must have been so emotional to film this or prepare this.
Yeah.
I have one complaint though.
Yes.
I can differentiate between Onew and Kibum.
They're very
They have the same haircut and color. Not think twice if they force me. With you, yes.
What? The dance!
Oh, it's over. Hello and welcome back.
Hello, I'm Max.
And welcome to the best starting screen ever. So far.
Apparently it is, yes. It's unfortunate because they all look very... I just realized because I was looking at Taemin, but look at all of them.
Yeah, the one on the right has something weird going on with his hands and mouth. But I was too distracted by the middle to see that.
He's possessed.
Something like that.
Okay, so I apologize to all SHINee members. I'm sorry. That's not very flattering.
I love it.
Anyway, we're here today because I promised her a little she promised me a little SHINee special, but in the meantime she will learn about SHINee because I know a lot of stuff. And I think we thought it'd be a good thing to start with a little guide or like a little storytelling about SHINee because you don't know that much about them yet.
And she still doesn't believe me that I see Onew in each and every one of them.
I will prove her wrong today, hopefully. Maybe, we'll see. But I found this little, it's not really a guide, it's more like an overview of SHINee's last 17 years. No matter what, it says 15 years, but I think it just means the whole career. And I watched about 3-4 minutes of it, and I thought it was really, really interesting, and I wanted to watch the whole thing with her. And I think it's very well done. So whoever you are who made this, it's absolutely amazing. And please do more of those. I thought it's really, really well done. So I'll see how the rest progresses and what they tell us. So it's like a skip through SHINee's history.
Which is good because I know nothing besides weird hair in the beginning and very catching ring ding ding dong song. And then Taemin.
Exactly. So we're going to change that. And this is the time. Shall we start?
Yes, we should start.
Okay, let's go.
What does it mean to last? To stay when it's easier to leave? To be real when it's safer to pretend?
예전을 생각하면 그때가 추억이 되고 앞으로의 기대가 되고 저는 같이 성장하는 팀이 되고 싶어요. 어떤 의미에서 성장이 어떻게 보면 독주이 될 수도 있고
Well, I would need like the name who says what.
두려운 부분일 수도 있는데 그걸
Well, I can tell you if you want, if you need.
Yeah, please.
I hope I'm not making a mistake. I'm pretty sure the first thing was key.
예전을 생각하면 그때가 추억이 되고 앞으로의 기대가 되고 저는 같이 성장하는 팀이 되고 싶어요.
정현.
어떤 의미에서 성장이 어떻게 보면 독주이 될 수도 있고 여러 가지 부분에 있어서 두려운 부분일 수도 있는데 그걸 이겨내가면서 가정에 함께해서 계속해서 성장해 나갔으면 좋겠다라는 생각을.
To be genuinely true to who they are, this is SHINee. They debuted in 2008. 5 teenage boys in pastel suits dancing to an R&B track called Replay, and everyone had the same reaction. Who are these kids? Back then, K-pop was either bubblegum pop or powerhouse
It's
vocals. SHINee didn't
They
fit in
looked
either
so
box.
cool.
They were too young to be taken seriously, too smooth to be loud, too different to be safe. But that's what made them unforgettable. Replay didn't explode overnight. It crept in. The harmonies were too clean, the styling too sharp, the vibe too grown. People didn't expect that kind of musicality from a rookie group. And once the public caught on, SHINee stopped being the underdog. They became the blueprint for a new kind of idol. Stylish, vocally strong, and experimental from day one.
Especially with the dancing, right? There was
Next came
Yes.
the
or
chaos.
at least the
Also, the type of music, like a lot of music that they did
Songs
not
that made fans
exist in
After replay, most groups would have stuck with what worked. SHINee didn't. They came back louder, weirder, and completely unpredictable.
Completely true.
Ding Ding Dong hit in 2009. The beat was metallic, hypnotic, borderline absurd, and it stuck.
Yeah.
Teachers were literally asking students to stop listening to it.
Really? Yes. It's forbidden in exam season even now. Yes.
Like a national distraction. Only SHINee could drop something that chaotic and have the country humming along. Then Lucifer flipped the vibe completely.
Lucifer!
No bright colors, no softness, just sleek synths, sharp choreography, and an edge that caught everyone off guard. The leather.
I even want to
see the leather. I love the voice.
This was a new version of SHINee, and no one saw it coming. And just when people thought they had a grip on their style, SHINee threw another curveball. Dream Girl put them in a spinning optical illusion with mic stands that moved like props in a magic show. Everybody had them dressed like futuristic soldiers, dancing with such precision it felt like CGI. Every comeback felt like a completely different universe. They didn't chase trends, they made their own path every time. And the fans? They were locked in, because SHINee always gave them something worth talking about. Nothing about their rise was ordinary, and that's exactly why people couldn't look away. SHINee treated every stage like a mission. It wasn't about getting through the routine. It was about making people remember it. Sherlock looked impossible. The choreography didn't stop moving. Every transition was tight. Every angle hit with intention. One mistake could break the illusion. But SHINee pulled it off live like they were built for it. Later, with View, they showed a different kind of control. The vibe was light, but the details were sharp. It didn't rely on flashy tricks. It relied on mood, timing, and energy that pulled you in. That's harder to pull off than people think, and SHINee made it look like second nature. Then came Good Evening. The stage lighting felt like twilight. The choreography moved like a slow reveal, and yet nothing about it dragged. Every move synced with the beat, and each member gave the performance a pulse. It was clean, but never cold.
More like the hair.
They knew how to be technically strong without sacrificing personality. Taemin moved like he was sculpting the air.
I love those comments.
Expression like it was part of the choreography. Onew hit every note, but always with feeling.
Sorry. This is so funny to me. Oh, that's true.
Their stages weren't about
Pretty obviously loves SHINee.
I'm sorry, I was so distracted by this comment. Can we go back?
Which comment?
Like Taemin moved, and then I just stopped. I read.
I was distracted by Taemin being hit by his really big gold chain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't focus. That was so funny. I didn't see that part yet. So okay.
Personality. Taemin moved like he was sculpting the air. He played with expression like it was part of the choreography. Onew hit every note, but always with feeling.
That's funny.
I don't even know what you think is funny about it.
I don't know. I love it. It's the way he says it, I think.
They were about showing you something you hadn't seen before, and making you feel it. They could master any stage, but what made SHINee truly different was who they were off it. Onew, the leader who turned awkwardness into a superpower and became variety TV's beloved.
That's so true, though.
Yeah? Is he awkward?
Yeah, he's like
let it show through sincerity,
an old soul.
The kind of presence that kept things grounded, even in the most chaotic moments. Key, the fearless fashion icon and multi-hyphenate. From musical theater to reality shows to solo albums, he never softened his edges to fit the mold. Everything he did came with sharp wit and sharper instincts. He wasn't chasing trends, he was setting them. Minho broke
praised
every
him for that
stereotype
too.
about the face of a group. He didn't settle for being known as the athletic visual. He became a respected actor across both film and drama, and still surprised people with his humor and timing whenever a camera was rolling. Taemin grew up in real time. He started out as the youngest, known more for dancing than words.
He's still
but
the
every
youngest.
year he added something.
Yeah.
Over time, he became one of K-pop's most innovative solo artists, with a sound and image so distinct others still haven't caught up. And Jonghyun was the emotional center. He wrote for SHINee, he wrote for IU's Through the Night, EXO's Playboy, and countless others. He proved that idol and artist didn't have to be two different things. He talked about pressure, identity, and mental health long before the industry was ready to listen. His vulnerability made room for other people's stories too. They didn't blend into one brand. They stayed 5 distinct identities who somehow
that's
moved
so
in
true.
sync.
Yeah,
That's
very
what
different.
made the chemistry real and the connection last.
But you said
They had
lately
the kind of
that's what
chemistry
makes
you
them
can't fake.
Yes.
special
Every
as a
member
band.
must be
Yeah.
different, but somehow it
They're so
always
different,
fit.
but they fit so
But
well
there
together.
was
That's
one
what it
person
is.
who didn't just add to the group. He shaped how they felt, how they sounded, how they connected. That was Jonghyun. Jonghyun was more than a vocalist. He gave SHINee their emotional core. The way he delivered a line, the way he listened to silence between lyrics. It all felt
He was a
intentional.
poet.
There was weight
Really
behind
was.
everything he sang. His solo work was even more revealing. She Is, Story Opus 1, Poet Artist. They weren't albums built for hype. They
Yes.
were built for honesty. End of a Day, Lonely,
Love End of a
Before Our
Day.
Spring. Those songs didn't try to fix anything. They sat with you, let you breathe, made space for whatever you were carrying. He didn't write to impress people. He wrote to express what most people were too scared to say out loud. He talked about exhaustion, anxiety, isolation. Not in vague metaphors, but in plain words. Words people needed to hear from someone they looked up to. Fans felt that. Even if they didn't know all the lyrics, they felt seen. Jonghyun had a way of making you feel like he understood something you hadn't even put into words yet. When he passed in
That's a cute
December
description.
2017, it became turning point for SHINee, for the industry, for fans around the world. His absence forced conversations that had been ignored for too long. SHINee didn't try to replace him. They didn't pretend everything was fine. They moved forward with the space he left still wide open, because pretending it wasn't there would have gone against everything he stood for. After everything, they could have stepped back. No one would have blamed them. But SHINee didn't disappear. They regrouped, quietly, carefully, and when they came back, it's because they still had something to say. The story of Light was a message. Across 3 albums, SHINee processed everything in real time. Grief,
You're getting
memory,
emotional again,
joy,
right?
confusion. They didn't rush it. They let the emotions live in the music. Good Evening, I Want You, and Our Page weren't just songs, but pieces of a conversation fans were already having in their own heads. They didn't try to fill Jonghyun's space. They left it open and built something around it. Their harmonies shifted. The dynamics changed. But instead of losing their identity, they found a new way to carry it by honoring what they had and choosing to keep creating anyway. Then came the military enlistment, Onew in 2018, Ki and Minho in 2019, Taemin in 2021. Each member stepped away at different times, and for a while the group existed more in memory than on stages. But in 2021, after almost 3 years apart, they came back with Don't Call Me, and somehow the energy was still there, not frozen
Oh, I
in
remember
time.
that song.
Evolved, stronger, bolder, more certain of who they were, as if they were making up for lost time, showing that they were still here and still worth watching. While SHINee was taking time to regroup, each member stepped up solo, proving their skills weren't tied just to the group. Taemin dropped multiple solo albums with hits
Didn't
like
you say he
Move
was
and
with
Advice,
Super Junior because the
redefining
other were
K-pop
in-
performance.
Not Super
Lucifer?
Junior. There was a band created by SM called Super M.
Ah, Super M.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, Chopping or something was.
Yes.
Right?
They basically, because from like a lot of second and third gen boy groups, like a lot of them went to enlistment. So there are a few members left from each group. So they made like a super group out of all the others. So they had like members
That's where
of
Super M.
exactly, and they were like mostly like the best dancers, I think. And Taemin was, he was SHINee. Like I think he was the leader because he was the oldest, which is funny because he's the youngest in SHINee, and suddenly he was in a band where he was the oldest, or second oldest. I think he was the leader though. I don't know. But I don't actually know much about Super M. I'll be honest. I have not really followed up, so maybe once we will get into it more, we can find out.
I watched but I heard a song of Super M yesterday. Since I know Taemin more now, I immediately thought, hey, that's Taemin. Why is it different?
Yes. So that was when the others were in the military. Because he was there, he went to the military after. I think it's not properly explained, but they went 2018 to 2020, the other three. And he was alone in that time and just doing Super M. And then they came back with Don't Call Me. And right after Don't Call Me, Atlantis came out. And right after Atlantis, he left for the military. So they were basically not even a year together. And then he had to leave. So that's why we have such long breaks between releases, unfortunately.
Must have been hard.
Yes. But he was working hard for all of them and keeping Showell entertained, which is great. We had a lot of fun with him, especially with his V-Lives and dragging his poor manager into exhaustion.
And breaking into members' houses.
Yeah, and breaking into Key's house and whatnot. He did a lot of weird things. There's but that's Taemin for you, so it's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit.
Solo albums with hits like Move and Advice, redefining K-pop performance with sensual, precise choreography and a darker, more mature sound that influenced a whole generation of dancers and singers. Key released solo albums like Bad Love and Gasoline, mixing R&B and pop with his sharp fashion sense. He also became a regular on variety shows like Knowing Bros, showing his versatility beyond music. Onew focused on ballads with solo albums like Voice and Circle, showcasing his warm emotional vocals. He also started acting in dramas, with roles in shows like Descendants of the Sun and Midnight Sun. Minho built up his acting career with notable roles in dramas such as Wara. He's also hosted shows and appeared on variety programs, expanding his presence beyond idol activities. Each member's solo path reinforced what SHINee's always been about. Pushing limits and being true to themselves. Their fans didn't split, they doubled down, supporting every new chapter. Even after all these individual paths, SHINee has never lost sight of their shared history. In 2023, they celebrated their 15th anniversary with fan meetings, special performances, and heartfelt moments that reminded everyone how deep their bond runs. It was proof that no matter where their solo careers take them, SHINee as a group remains a living, breathing family. Still growing, still connected, still honoring the journey together. 15 years in, SHINee's impact is woven deep into K-pop's DNA. Groups that dare to break molds, artists who refuse to be boxed in, performers who put creativity over safety. All walk trails SHINee blazed first. Their legacy isn't just musical influence, but the message they carried. Being different isn't a weakness, it's power. Growing up doesn't mean losing yourself or fitting a mold. It's about owning who you are, even when that means standing apart. SHINee gave millions permission to be themselves, to stay true to their identity. From those early debut years to commanding stages worldwide, they proved authenticity isn't as simple as being real, but about honoring it, embracing it, and making it the core of everything you do. More than idols, they became icons for anyone who ever felt out of place.
Yes, that's so
Their
true.
story is a blueprint for how to keep evolving without
They've been
losing what
criticized
makes
so
you
badly
real. The experiment continues.
For being different
SHINee,
at the beginning,
after more than a decade,
and that's
is
what
still
became the
group you
superpower.
can't predict. Still the artists who choose interesting over easy. Still the performers who treat every stage like a chance to show you something you've never seen before. Their story is what happens when you're brave enough to be yourself in a world that profits from everyone being the same. They prove that weird can be wonderful.
I love that.
Can be revolutionary. And that the best way to succeed is often the one where you refuse to compromise who you are. For every person who feels too different, too much, too strange for this world, SHINee's story is proof that those feelings aren't flaws to fix. They're your superpowers waiting to be unleashed. The best way to change the world isn't to fit into it. It's to be so genuinely yourself that the world has no choice but to make room for you.
I love that quote.
This
That's
is
so
SHINee's love letter to being different. SHINee dared to be bold. Will you?
Nice message.
Oh,
I still think it's more important to just find the right people around you, because you can't change the world. But
no, he said like you don't change the world, you just be so uniquely yourself that the world has no choice but to let you in and just let you be the way you are, basically.
The world doesn't do that. That's what I mean. That's
well, the people
you have to build a world around yourself.
Oh, you're such a tea.
Yeah, but it's true. If you give people messages they can't ever like achieve, I think that's
I think this is a poetic message, and I get it, and I like it a lot, because I think it gives you faith that whatever it is that makes you stand out from the world, whatever it is, like no matter like how out of place you feel, like it's not bad. That's basically what it is. It doesn't really mean that you have to make everyone happy with it, but like just not feel as out of place just by being different. And I think that is a great message. And it's so true. Like, I mean, this was a lot, like it was very deep, like the message, but really it's the truth. Literally what SHINee did for the K-pop world. Like whatever they tried, it was never done before back then. And the trend started with whatever they tried. Like they didn't stay in the lane. They literally tried a different genre each time, a different dance, and it basically shaped the new type of K-pop that we know now, like more choreography, more like live singing. I mean, it wasn't even a thing back then. Like they were the first rookie band to sing even live. Like
that's cool.
It wasn't in detail, but there's so many things that they did first and they stuck with it. Like they even said like the concept for the group is like to never fall into something that they have already tried, but to do whatever they feel like they want to do at the moment. And they did that pretty well, and also stayed true to their identity. Like it's still very SHINee every time, but it feels very different. I mean, the songs are so all over the place, and we will see that in a while. Like we'll see different type of genres and songs, and yeah.
I mean, I saw already a few, and I know a few songs, even though I not have been following SHINee before, but I already know how different they are.
Yeah.
You just have to know Ring Ding Dong and Replay and something recent, and you know that there was a huge development.
Yes. But also, I have to say, like, personally, I like, I mean, of course, there's always songs that you will like more and some that you might not vibe as much with. But I have to say, like, even songs that really drive me crazy, like Ring Ding Dong, I have it in some of my playlists, because there's time and moments where I want to listen to them. And even just to get myself annoyed. That happens.
It's like you get annoyed if
not like annoyed, but like giddy, like you wind yourself up a little bit to like, because you have too much energy and you feel like this is the type of song to get out, and then you just sing along. And I feel like this is one of those songs that stuck in your head and it drives you crazy, but at the same time it's a lot of fun to sing along, so that's what it is for me.
Yeah, but I think I need some more guides, because that was more career focused.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was just like a shortening of their career path.
And I need more on the characters, like how
each of them?
Yeah, each of them, how work they as a character in contrast to how they are in the band, how are they
There is I know there are guides from like 22 or 21 for each individual, and also a group one. But each of them is like an hour or long, so we will need a lot of time. So we will schedule that another time.
Yeah, and I prefer actually to see little snippets instead of the explanation behind it.
Yeah.
So I can actually see like their mimics, their tone of voice, how their body moves.
Yes, yeah, I understand. But okay.
But I liked that very much. So
I think it was just to give you like an overview of the career. I think that's because I only watched about 3 minutes, but I thought it was very well explained. Like with the other guys, you have to read a lot and stuff. So I thought that was, for the beginning, was quite nice. And also just to give you, I like the fact that they spent a little bit more time on Jonghyun here and telling how important he was, because with what the like the new single as well. I think this is quite important to not like he hasn't been forgotten and he's always there. And I think that was very strong, and I like that.
And I'm proud of everyone who survived this hard time and who left. I couldn't imagine how
It was tough. I think everyone who was there, it was absolutely devastated. I mean, the worst it was for the others. I think a lot of people were worried for them a lot, and obviously, but we, they're okay. They just needed time to grieve as well, and now they embrace it, and it's all good. I mean, it's part of life, I guess. And
true.
But we will not forget, we have so much content we can watch from Jonghyun, and that's amazing. We'll watch some more in a minute, so...
I'm still waiting on the metal parts you promised me.
He did there's a couple of really, really cool performances, so I don't think I have scheduled them for today, but we will. We have a lot of time.
And content.
So today... we are watching a lot of SHINee stuff because we're doing like a little SHINee marathon, and I just picked some random things that I wanted to watch or wanted to show you, whatever.
And you promised me this.
And I promised this one, yeah. So I thought it'd be nice to do that up front because we watched Poet Artist music video last time, and I watched this concert live. So they uploaded it on their channel actually last week. So now everyone can watch it. And it's the live performance for Poet Artist from the concert.
What does essay mean?
Essay is the title of of their concerts. Basically, they have it's really complicated with SHINee. Like all the main concerts are called SHINee World. So this is SHINee World 7. But then they also, some of them have undertitles, and this one's called Essay. It stands for Every Stage Shines Around You.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so this was the last concert was called Perfect Illumination, I think. And then also they have this tradition, which is even weirder. While the concert takes place, they also give it another name, which is usually Taemin's thing. And they try to do it this time too. It's always it's very chaotic, I guess. It's SHINee. I mean, who cares?
It doesn't even surprise me that it's Taemin that's the devil in this case.
He thinks about it very hard, and he always wins. I mean, they always let him win.
Because he's the baby.
Of course. Anyway, shall we watch Poet Artist live? It's actually beginning of the concert. It was the first song. This is Jonghyun's voice, by the way. I told you I heard him at the beginning. And they leave a space for him.
In the middle where he normally stood.
Yeah.
Right?
Someone said in the comments that they are writing his name in the air. Apparently you can tell when Minho writes it. I haven't figured that out.
Oh, cute outfits.
They always have those suit, it's like a tradition. They always have this type of suits for one section of the concert.
Because it's SHINee color.
No, it's sometimes it's white, sometimes it's gold. It's just the type of embroidery, I think. It became a thing.
You have to love this song.
I love the Moya Moya part the most.
I like I think they pretend it's Balgan.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah.
Very interesting choreography. There's so much happening.
Yes, and unfortunately we don't see all of it at all times, right? I was so confused when I watched this concert, I just realized. This is day one, and I can tell by their hair colors, because on the second day, their hair colors, almost all of them changed.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's so mean for baby.
I mean, it's not like drastically, but like Minho's hair is like very like mine is very yellow. But on the second day it was white, like really like white. And Taemin has like brown stripes, and then on the second day he had like red, dark red in his hair. And I think the other, like I'm not sure about Onew, but I think Key's also changed, were a little bit less orangey. Or more, I don't remember, but it was funny because I saw them the day after. I was like, when did you do that?
Best part. Must have been so emotional to film this or prepare this.
Yeah, I wonder.
I have one complaint though.
Yes.
I can differentiate between Onew and Kibum. They have the same haircut and color. Not same, but very similar.
I
think that's intentional. Me personally.
I mean, I give you that. The hair colors are very similar.
So there you see, I see an Onew in each and every one.
Okay. Well, that didn't help with... Like I said at the beginning, well, today she's not going to have a problem differentiating between Onew and Key, but apparently I confused
And she lied to me, even though she already saw this concert snippet.
Please, Shawol, tell her they look completely different. Like, I'm not dreaming, right? Like, those are two completely different people. Like, I can't even say, like, tell how similar they could be, but, you know, I'm just, what do I know?
I need a lot of baby Shawols who agree with me that it's hard in the beginning.
I agree with that, because I've heard that before, that people have problems, and especially between Key and Onew, but I don't get it. I don't get it. But you're excused. That's all right. You will eventually. And then I think in other performances, it's much easier. Like this one. I mean, it didn't help that they had like pretty much
performance.
Yeah, they had the same outfit on and the same color of hair and similar length. Yeah,
I couldn't pick the weirdest outfit and it would be Key. Normally, I can just do that if I'm unsure.
That is a lot of
or
truth
not weird, but unique at least.
At least out there, like the most out there, I guess. Yeah, I mean, at least in the early stages of SHINee, that's how it's been. Like it's been very that much. Like yeah, he was out there a lot.
I remember weird triangle outfit. If that's not unique, I don't know.
Okay, she is talking about his outfit. One of the outfits in Gasoline. The leather one.
Very unique.
She could not get over that. I think it's a very cool outfit. I loved all the outfits in Gasoline. Every Shawol knows they are out there, and
because it shows skin.
No, that wasn't the problem. No, it's just like I personally like fashion that is unique. Like I always pick on the things that are a little bit different, I guess. And it happens to be Key who wears the most out there fashion anyway. So his outfits tend to be a little bit more risky.
And expressive.
And expressive, yeah, that's true. He does it more with his solos, I guess, than in SHINee itself, like these days. Because he has to somehow fit in, you know.
True.
Anyway,
is there, like you said, 2 days? Do we watch the second day as well, or do we watch
they only uploaded this one, but we can look for it for another time.
But probably different stage outfits, or
no, same.
Oh,
same. The sets were similar. I think what was different was the last part of the concert. The talking was a little bit different and stuff. But like the last part, like they had an encore and they had an encore. So they actually came back twice, which was even like that was even funny.
Is it weird for SHINee to do that?
I don't think I've ever seen that before, but I haven't watched the last, like the Perfect Illumination one, so maybe they did it then. But for this one, it was different. Like it was new for me. And I was like, oh, the concert's over. And then like...
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Well, I've been to a lot of K-pop concerts, and there's the common joke if they tell us that it's now the encore sometimes. I think TXT did it. They say, please wait, don't leave after the encore. There's still some songs coming. So
they always do encore. But, like, I didn't, like, when they did the encore, like, I was like, okay, that's it. But then they did an encore.
Yeah.
And it was just really funny. But, like...
an encore.
No, that was it. But, like...
Go to a BI concert, there was, like... He played one song 3 times just because we loved it so much. There was the encore.
That's so funny. The encore was different. Like, in the first day, they literally did, like, a little game. And then they sang, like, all the songs that didn't make the list, which were... Lucifer, Ring Ding Dong, and other fun songs because fans really wanted to see them. And they were like doing it in a fun way. And then on the second day, it was more deeper. It was a lot of talking about Jonghyun and the new song. And the last song that they sang was for Jonghyun. So
Page was only on the second day?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. So, because that was the final concert as well. And I think they just wanted to... I think it would have been too emotional if they had to do it every day. I think it was... heavy. And also they wanted to do the fun songs like Ring Ding Dong, Lucifer, because everyone wanted to see them.
Even Key danced to Ring Ding Dong, which is...
I mean, he doesn't have a choice now. If people ask them to do it, then he will do. I mean, he always complains about it. Keep pressure, yeah. I think they're not like fans of Ring Ding Dong, but I think they came to accept that it's part of the journey. And I think nowadays they like it more than they let us know. One concert that I watched where I felt like he felt very pressured into it. It was like, but he still did it. And he actually gets a lot of recognition out of it. So I guess...
all the things they do for us fans.
Exactly.
We should be thankful.
Yeah, but I don't think any of them likes it very much. Yeah,
I think, like, Taemin probably just doesn't like the song that much, but more how the others react if he requests them to dance it.
Yes. I think that's the thing. Like, I think why Key hates it at least, because I watched a lot of varieties and he's in a lot of them, and they always like when he's introduced, they always play Ring Ding Dong, and he always goes like, "We have hundreds of songs. Why do you always play Ring Ding Dong?"
Because everyone knows it.
and I think that's like a common joke. So.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, but he still dances to it if he's asked. So that's really funny. There's a lot of funny clips from that. Right.
So what are we doing
next? Okay, so next lined up, let me see. Ring Ding Dong.
Wonderful.
It's actually,
as if we just talked about it.
Actually, it's a performance that a lot of people love. It's Ring Ding Dong and Lucifer together.
Lucifer. Oh, I see Lucifer finally.
Yes, because you wanted to watch Lucifer, and I didn't want to spoil the music video because we're watching this on our own time for another reaction. But I thought a live would be cool, and we get both insanely popular and a little bit annoying songs. But I love them. I personally love Ring Ding Dong, as I said. So let's get it.
Please.
This is from SHINee World 5. So this is... Oh, a long
time ago.
It's a long time ago, because it is 17, I think, or 16, 2016
so before
maybe.
Military service.
Before military service, it's with Jonghyun as well. Oh. So, yeah, it's a OT5. Let's do. Yeah. I love Ring Ding Dong live because it doesn't have the funny auto-tune thing. Like when I see it in live, they don't do the auto-tune,
so that doesn't sound like you, right?
No. Even now I feel like he's not in it. Now that I think about it, his face just now.
The poor thing suffers. Minho is so powerful.
Minho is always in it.
Always in.
Let me save you. And Taemin's not on stage, I just realized. Why
Where is he?
I don't know.
OT5 and I see 4.
I'm sure he will appear, but maybe he's changing or something.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure I remember him in the performance. Oh, there he is! Yeah, he just ran in. Good, right? I know. I always think that. There you go.
To do really dancing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was so distracted.
It's just such a fun song.
I love the move to it. It's funny. Like you don't see that usually.
Then you say normally sings right?
Not just, but like he does all the runs and stuff usually. I mean, just wait. He also growls at you a lot. But they all do. I just remembered something that Minho told that his friends, like his from his hometown, they call him Ding Dong because of this song.
So mean.
Like, okay.
Oh, that's rockier.
Yeah, they usually do it rocky. Yeah, they usually do it live a little bit rockier. They did a whole rock section in this concert. Yeah. And then they just take random songs and make them to rock songs. It's really fun.
I think I like that even more.
Yeah.
I think I never heard that.
You have not heard the whole song, right? That's the
Not intentionally.
Yeah.
I love how expressive Jonghyun is looking.
Yeah. No way. Cancel this.
I like it.
Yeah. I love it. Jonghyun always gives his all, like it's... I feel exhausted when I watch him sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, he gives all his power, like with his singing and the growling, and it's like...
I love how much energy they get.
Yeah.
And they don't do small musical dancing, they're going all out.
Yeah. That's true.
No clue how he dances in this whole trousers.
Parents are the same, just hello. Did I just see a little peekaboo?
Nice.
I just realized his trousers are sparkly.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Look at it.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Oh my god, that's
Are
so
they
cool.
chanting his name or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Big Rose lungs.
That's Jonghyun.
Impressive.
Still has power. It's such a fun song. Yeah.
Oh, very well. I love it.
So, did I make you happy with
Yes,
that one?
very much. I enjoyed it very much.
I thought so, yes. I love this performance, and for so many different reasons, but this one actually gives me happiness. Yeah, it gives me happiness because you can tell like how hard they work on stage, and like it's all live, and like people forget how difficult that is. Like with the dancing. Yeah, and they've been doing that ever since. Like there's actually a saying, and it's a little bit of a joke because SHINee, there's only one thing SHINee cannot do, and that's lip sync.
Are there videos when they tried?
They were forced at the beginning in some of the shows, like, you know, I'm Countdown and so, like they did and they couldn't they just couldn't do it.
Funny.
And and then they like basically try to do it every time, like 99% of the time they just sing live because they're not very good at it. And they also
their voices are so good. It would be a waste if they didn't.
Yes, I know. And I feel always like, even like in the recent concert that I watched, and I felt so bad because in the first day they had technical difficulties. Like the microphone. I mean, there was the micro, like in one part, like Onew's earpiece like didn't work, so he had to take it out, and he couldn't hear it. Like you could tell he was just singing to like whatever he could pick out, and it was so hard for him, and he was like fiddling with his earpiece, and that was just. And then they had like, you know how it goes dark, and then the next song should start, and they were like, it was dark, and then you could just hear Minho going, "Oh, do you have fun? We just need to," you know, and you could tell that they were fixing this for him. And then later in another song, like literally, Key's mic was off. Like you could see him sing, and he was dancing like in the front, but like you couldn't hear anything because no one was singing because he was supposed to sing, but like his mic was off. So, I mean, this tells you it's live, which is great, but at the same time, I feel really bad when that happens. That shouldn't be happening.
I mean, I feel bad for them, but a positive thing, I landed on a Taemin getting angry TikTok where he screams at the staff because it's his mic or his in-ear piece didn't work, and that was kind of attractive.
Taemin is very. I remember like little bits and pieces when that happened. Like he gets really angry when that happens, and you can tell. And also in the concert, I felt like, you know, when that happened, his face shifted because this, like, I mean, they are professionals and they know that shouldn't be happening. I felt like I could feel a little bit of anger from all of them because they knew that shouldn't be happening.
After so long, and then it's technical.
But, you know, at the same time, I mean, then one of them said at the end, like, you know, but that's life, you know, it can happen. So, unfortunately, but I felt really...
and we know it the best. Technical issues.
We are so bad at that.
I see already the next one. I expected that since it's SHINee, and the only thing I learned really often so far is that expect the difference.
Correct. I mean, this was probably something different, like not as, like, I don't even know what to say.
You can't say it.
This one, remember when you... actually, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Maybe I should just tell you to focus. I picked one with subtitles because they are quite important. Basically, the story is it's Taemin versus the other four. Like not versus,
with the title girls. I'm confused, but
okay. Taemin is asking advice.
Okay.
And it's a very funny performance.
Because like the woof woof song?
Maybe.
Like the style of being fun?
Maybe.
I'm so
I
confused.
thought, I mean, I just don't want to spoil it. Like,
Okay.
let's just watch it. But it's, you'll see soon enough. And we can always go back a little or like play because I think it's hard to read all of it. But, maybe you will be able to.
Let's give it a try.
Okay, let me just see.
And tell us if any one of the new showers suffers with me.
So this is actually, this is Baby SHINee.
Baby SHINee.
5 years after our debut. But they're still babies to me at that stage. This performance is one of my favorite because it's just so cute in a way. So I hope
so
you enjoy
excited.
it too. Okay, let's go.
그녀의 맘을 뺏고 싶은데 너무 어려워 난 방법을 몰라 Lesson 1 여자 청각이 발달해 우리 하나에 그렇게 목을 매
With you, yes.
What? Just random.
태어날 때면 그대로 나 몰가
Adorable!
I know, right?
Oh, finally a choreography I can do too.
Yeah.
Nice.
반드시 봐야 해 불도 모르는데 다 틀렸어야 자는 감성의 동물 달콤한 말들 속삭여주려
Please do.
그럼 종현입니다.
He was a radio host for a long time.
깨어날 때면 그대로 나 몰가 이게 너무 어려울까 정말 하나도 모르는 걸 우리가 알려줄게
Totally.
아까는 걸 알고 싶은 게 하는 걸 내겐 너무나 어려워 그리 고민해 이제 없을 필요 있나
Oh, you don't need to, huh? Mean is the tallest. It's so fun.
Right?
Cute move, really.
정말 정답이 없는 걸 내겐 너무나 어려운 걸
먼저 섭하게 눈짓도 덮하게 쭈뼛거리는 모습 열다 미소 짓게 해 영원히 믿기보다 다가가서 와줄게 먼저 배려하고 양보하니까 그만 아웃핏 진지한 대화의 준비 친구로 남기 싫지만 사랑도 아직 이르지
What a poor thing.
Girls, 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 girls
That was adorable and fun. I really love it.
Right? I think this is such an underrated not only song but like performance because they only performed this once. But I think it's so good.
Yeah, and it's funny how they pick like things that fit to their personality.
Yeah,
We need to
yeah.
have that for the girls.
Yeah.
And then it just have to be tall.
I love that. That's like the best part. But like also Onew's Macarena. So random. I don't know. But
It's not even the soft ones he was talking about.
Yeah, you mentioned Woof Woof the last time, so I wanted to give you something that's funny as Woof Woof. And they have a couple
Very
of
good
more,
choice.
like they do like in each of the older concerts at least, they always had like a little bit more of like a theatrical performance,
Like
which
a
is
play?
like a play, like this
Oh.
one, like where they tell a story, where it's fun. So like, I think
Yeah, I loved it. It was actually a conversation without sounding like dry or something.
Yeah, it was like they were teaching the younger brother how to get a girl, which is
Have a
funny
good
enough.
voice, which you can't change. Nice. Be tall, which you can't change either.
Yeah. Well, you can go shopping for good fashion, I guess.
Good fashion and the sweet words. That's
Yeah.
where
Believe Ki and Jonghyun and the rest.
the rest is just a bonus.
It's just a bonus. That's a good one. So just, get your act together, be nicely dressed and be sweet to her. And I think then you have and if you're tall, that's good. But if you're not, oh man, if you can
And if you can sing the Macarena, very good. If not, it's fine.
I think everyone can sing the Macarena.
Oh yeah, and there are people that can talk.
How did it go?
What did you expect? I mean, see, I had to point out the flaw in that. Do you have more tips for poor Taemin out there that need advice?
No, but I was just thinking, also the rap at the end was really cool, how they basically forced him back and forth and were giving him tips. It was just cute.
They wanted to convince him that their advice was the best one.
And I always expect Ki to have sparkly material under his pink.
It was so unexpected.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think in the same concert they did another play. No, not like that, but also which is very theatrical, which was really cool. It was called Queen of New York. I just remembered because I was thinking Ki was wearing the same thing, but not the bathrobe.
Maybe it was comfortable and he put it on through the whole show.
But I just wanted to give it a little bit after the Lucifer and Power Daughters. I just wanted to give it a bit of funny.
I don't know, I just saw 3 fun songs in a row.
I mean, no, they're all fun, don't get me wrong, but they are very different fun.
Very good choice. I think we should stop just because of the time.
And then, because sometimes technical things can challenge.
Look, we should
yes.
stop here.